Finally, when we connect the power bank to the device, we're still getting the 5 volts because of the dead battery resistors, but we're not renegotiating to 9. And when we turn on the power supply, it renegotiates and it charges the power bank. Good, so we have a proper source here. Proper source doing that. We turn on the power supply, the dead battery resistors will kick in, but it's a very low quiescent current. And do that again. Here we go. We now have a source on this side. I then went to EasyPD and changed the device parameters for port 0. So port 0 is referred to port 1, port 2. And you can know this by the text. It'll say that eval C port 2. This one's port 2, and this one's port 1. This one's port 1, this one's port 2. In the software, port 1 is... In the software... Wow, it's not in focus. In the software, port 1 is port 0, port 2 is port 1. Here are profiles for CCG4 eval kit to be a source and just a source, not a sink, not a durable port. So we're going to change this to source, and we're following the power adapt profile here. And so we're keeping these no, 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 no. So sync USB communication, we're going to change that to no. And then cable discovery enable is yes, it's fine. Dead battery enable, we're going to turn that off to no because we're a source. So using sync, error recovery is fine. Data roll is fine, but we're not going to swap power rolls, so we're going to check that. We can retain, that's fine. Device IDs, I think we're not going to have USB host. We are going to enable modal support. In terms of the UFP, now a UFP is a sync. We're not going to be a sync, so we're going to make, whoops. We're going to be a, so we're going to make that unknown, undefined, because we're not going to be a sync. And we're going to keep everything the same. And I think this PDOs, not much is going to change. Of course, we're going to have to change the 5 volt one. So we're going to have to say dual power, no. USB communication, no, because we're a charger. Data roll swap, that's fine. We've got data roll swap, that's fine. And I think the rest of them are going to be the same. So no, no, no. No, 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 no. That's fine. We're going to enable some power protection on DisplayPort mode. We're not going to enable DisplayPort. Power protection, low voltage, we're going to keep that the same. Yes, 21. And then we're going to now turn on some over current protection. And I think we'll keep it about 20%. Just keep it a bit higher, keep up this period. 1 millisecond. We try count, so we can try 3 times, get 3 chances. It will hiccup every 100 milliseconds. Okay. Right, let's have a go at programming this board. Alright, flash the board. So it's a source, which means it's only going to output power. We've connected the phone to it, which can also output power as well. So it wakes up, realizes that it shouldn't wake up, and then shuts down. And it keeps doing that. The issue with this is that the phone is still sourcing the CCG. and it's just flashing. So it's trying to source and then disconnect, source, disconnect. In order to stop this dead battery mode, we're going to have to remove R20. R20 from the board diagram. If we look here, we do find R20. It's right here. Now this is on the underside of the board, R20. It's right next to Q4. If we flip the board around, yep, right here. There's no component there. Absolutely nothing there. Anyway, remove R20 from the board diagram. Then you plug in a phone. What happens? Interesting. So the lights don't flash anymore, which is good, so that's progress. However, the pull down, the RD resistors are making it think that this is dead battery mode still. It's still requesting 5 volts. Despite moving that, so what we've done is I've checked the voltage on the V bus. It's actually this voltage on the CB bus. We've disabled this transistor, this FET here. So it's no longer powering up the microcontroller. So this microcontroller is no longer powered. But there's still voltage on here, so we have to stop this voltage on here. So, and also another interesting feature is, despite having a power providing here, so if we turn on the DC jack here, turn it on, it says now fast charging. There we go, drawing 700 milliamps, 23 volts, and it's drawing. Here's properly fast charging, 9 volts, 1.5 amps. That's good. And everything's hunky-dory. So it does recover. And when you turn off the power, this stops, it reverses direction. But it doesn't actually turn on the processor itself, so the processor isn't running, but it's still in dead battery mode. So it looks like the 4225 chip that we're using here has dead battery termination, the RP internal to the chip. And when the chip is off, if we go down, when the chip is off, if we go to the diagram, it will say that RD and RP, sorry, RD is permanently connected while it's off. So let's find the diagram. So this diagram here, it will say that, focus, there you go, RD1 is short to CC1 and RD2 is short to CC2. And they're done through bond wires for Duro applications, which is what we've got. RD and RD1 and RD2 are not shorted after the MCU boots up, which is a problem. So, well, this is what we're seeing. So V-bus gets turned on because these are dead battery mode by default. So you'll get the small quiescing current from all the resistors and capacitors, but it's a very small quiescent current. There's nothing you can do about it for this chip.